On May 8th, 2020, I was a designated driver to give William Woods, Billy, his ride for his surgery on his hernias. On the way back, Billy started experiencing pain not at the surgery site but on other areas of his body. It seemed to start in his back and move to his ankle and up his leg and into his head. I don't know much about HAES or what's all involved with it, but it was obvious to me that his pain was real. And it lasted for about 6 hours before he could relax enough and it subsided. About the incident, his pain was definitely real, and it did get pretty intense at times. And it did move around his body, it seemed to. So,
don't mind the tears. They come and they go. It's been a hell of a... I don't know how many days now, 4 days since my surgery. The surgery went okay. Afterwards wasn't. 2.5, 3 hours to get home, and by that time, my body was in a pretty bad state. The pain was uncontrollable, and it was massive. So hey guys, after I woke up from my surgery, I was just very, very hard for me to come back into the living, and it was, I felt something was wrong, inside me something was very, very wrong, and I couldn't place my finger on it until I became more conscious, but it was the start of a HAEA attack. It's been my recent findings that my attacks were being started and continued with my back issues. 4 compression discs that when they get all twisted and knotted, it locks everything up. And I'm definitely not capable of laying on my back flat ever. And of course, when I went in for the operation, they put me on the table flat for over 2 hours. So that was an issue, and I felt it right away. And at the same time, my shoulder started just panging and giving me that, oh, here I am, your hurt shoulder. Except I've never heard it. So I got in the car with, Elise, got in the car, headed home. 2.5 hour drive. And wasn't even out of Sacramento yet, and there it was. Massive pain. It just started in my back, which is where I expected it. Then it went down into my hip, and all the way down my leg, into my foot. And there's no easing it. It just, it doesn't stop, and it doesn't start moving, so it feels like it's doing this pain wave, all down my leg, up from my back, up from my shoulders, at the same time. And try riding in the car when that's going on. Well, it was a rough ride home. And for several hours after I got home, I was not able to get it to calm down, not even in the slightest. I had taken a couple of the pain meds that I was prescribed after surgery, and they didn't do well with me at all. My skin started crawling, itchy everywhere. I have rashes. And it wasn't worth all that 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes of pain relief. You know, the hernia up until today, which it's Tuesday now, my operation was Friday. Now I feel the hernia. The hernia's hurting. But I've had to deal with all this other pain. I calmed it down before I could even feel the hernia operation. You know, the only way I've known that it happened was it's hard getting up and down, and I have 3 no holes in my belly. 3. Interesting. So, the whole weekend has just been horrible. Just all the typical HAEA issues, fully alive, rocking and rolling. And of course, I have a hard time sitting because of this. And I haven't really been able to sit down too much in the past 4 days. I have what's called the swelling disease, and I never swell, not on the outside, not visible. I sure feel it on the inside when I do swell. But after my surgery and everything, yeah, my feet swelled up. Not balloon size, I just don't do that, but if I'm visibly swollen, the pressure on the inside is just intense. So my knees are swollen. This morning I woke up, my hands were very swollen for me. And I always feel my head when my head gets swollen. And very seldom have I ever experienced throat swells. They are deadly, by the way. I'm having one now. It was a lot worse last night, but so was my attack. I seem to be coming out of it now. But throat swells are not nice. And I have not been able to even eat the wettest of foods. It hurts when I swallow. And I know I don't have a sore throat. I know this is not a cold-related thing, you know. My sinuses have been really bad, but it is spring in the mountains, for one, and 2, hay attacks caused me to have sinus issues. They've been unreasonably bad lately, though. So, something else that I experienced after coming off the anesthesia was a burning dryness in my eyes. And the pre-op did mention it, you know, saying that if, you know, I started scratching my eyes, that they would stop me. And because I'd tear up my own eyes and not even be conscious. And so I've been putting up with that issue for the past 4 days now. And this morning I woke up and my eyes were all crusted shut. Both of them completely crusted over. That's weird. I've had headaches. I generally don't have headaches because headaches are not good. And the attacks are extreme like this. I'm sore for days. And like my head, it hurts everywhere. My jaw hurts. My mouth, inside my mouth hurts. It's my face hurts. My sinus passes. Everything is just like it's coming down now. My forehead. My eyeballs hurt. My eyeballs hurt. Like seriously. Everywhere. I cannot touch a place on my body that doesn't hurt intensely. And to describe the pain that I'm in, I was talking with Carmen about this once, and Carmen, she said, I hate pain. She says, even the slightest bit of pain, I take ibuprofen. And I said, well, what would your pain level be before you went to a doctor? I told her, I won't go. And it's like I've got a broken bone that's sticking out. I can't stop the bleeding. I've tried to stay away from them guys. I had to go see him. It's caused a whole lot of trips to the doctor that, well, I've been in that much pain to where I'd go see a doctor. But I kind of figured that the way it works is if she was at a level 10 pain for her, that would be my level 1. That's how much pain I would in every day. Don't tell me it's because I'm getting older, because that would mean I've been getting older for 58 years, which is not a lie. But I've been feeling this pain pretty much just as long. I have experienced level 10 pain before. My level 10 pain, and a normal person can possibly understand. You've never even considered that the human body is capable of that. I literally saw red jets, electricity, electrical current, red hot, just burning, shooting from both of my shoulders. At the same time, it felt like my head was going to literally just explode. This is more documentation, not only for the HAEA, which I thank you for watching my videos, and if there's anything I can do, let me know. I'd be more than happy to do it. But this is also for my doctors and my specialists who are trying to figure me out, and kudos to you. If you're still my specialist or my doctor, then you're doing well. Thank you. I appreciate you not quitting on me and giving me the time of day. A lot of people will tell you that people like me, we're not in medical books yet. We're writing them. Anything I can do to help, let me know. Anyways, for the rest of you watching this, much love, peace, and happiness to you. Pretty soon we'll be climbing mountains together, I hope. Summer's coming.